Where's my money? I won my money. I lost the bet. I've lost 10 cracks. I'll never ever bet again. I'll never bet on Arsenal again. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I'm done with betting. Liverpool, they made it interesting. Arsenal made it interesting because somehow Arsenal won with 10 men, 3-3-1, which is, but for Liverpool, they got it done 3-3 zip, and it was really Wijnaldum who really got them going, in that first half. And you say to yourself that this is the right thing. This is the right result. Arsenal do not deserve to come top 4. And I think, because I was watching some of Arsenal fan TV, I forgot what this guy's called, the bald-headed guy. He said something very, very, very clever. And very true, very apt. So Wenger is focusing on the fact that, damn it, they only lost top 4 by 1 point. So how can they look back and see how they could have gotten that 1 point? So they were so close. That's a loser's mentality. You lost the league by 18 points. That's the real one. Forget about top 4. You lost the league by 18 points. And you were 11 points behind Tottenham, which is what this guy was saying on Arsenal Fan TV. It just shows you how the team who are the Invincibles are looking about what is the gap between themselves and the top position. Whereas as of right now, your benchmark has decreased. We're now looking at, we're only 1 point away from top 4. But as for Liverpool, it's not been perfect. It's not been the most perfect season. They have to improve. Lovren is still garbage. But there's something there. And I do believe that Liverpool will perform better and put a much better showing in the Champions League than Arsenal. I think Arsenal, they deserve this punishment for consecutive seasons of at least the last 4 or 5 of being completely abject and crap. I mean, ever since that 2006 season, they've just been horrendous and horrible. So it's good that, they're out there. And look, man, go to Europa. Kazakhstan and flipping Greenland are waiting for you on Thursday. Thursday is fun day. But focusing on Liverpool, as I say, I mean, looking at the match as well, there is talent here. Because within Wijnaldum, Coutinho, Firmino, Lallana, you even dropping the region there. I remember Sané can also fit in there. There is a really interesting setup. Because you look at Klopp's setup, it's attacking-wise. We'll talk about defensively, but attacking-wise, which is very similar to what he did in Dortmund during the times of when before Kagawa moved over to United, where they had Lewandowski, Marco Correa, and all these boys, is a way. It's almost as if you've got like about 5 attackers, but they all move around. So nobody is really, nobody has a position which is rigid. It's all moving and it's all flowing. But I just think that it can be improved upon, and he needs to really figure out a way of breaking down teams who sit in deep. And it's something that he needs to work on in the summer, because there's something great there. Because again, you have to know how you can you have to know how to score against teams who give you space and teams who don't give you space. So a plan B and a plan C has to be worked on in the summer. But you look at Liverpool defensively, man, just get a defender. Get a rough and tumble old school defender, because going into Europe, are you going to rely on Matt? I mean, Lovren is going to get lacked. He's going to get palacked. Okay, he'll get baptized in the Champions League. So that needs to be changed. But I think, for Liverpool, look, they deserve it. They deserve it. Yes, they've slipped up against the lower teams. Yes, there are games in which they should have won that they didn't win. But they've played superbly well. They've had to cope without their injured star. Like, if they had Mane throughout all of this, they would have won a lot more of those games, because Mane has been one of the best players this season. Yeah, man, I mean, for Liverpool, it's because you assess their season as a whole. For Arsenal, it has been a complete and abject failure. An FA Cup win won't mean anything. And if Wenger signs that contract, I mean, then you know what? I mean, like, I give up. Like, literally, there's nothing more I can say. But like, if Wenger somehow signs a contract, you fail to get top 4, and you think FA Cup is the only thing you can ride with, wow. But for Liverpool, it's interesting. This club project is only still beginning. I thought this season started off very, very well, really well. It's teetered off, became annoying. Then you saw the ugly side of Klopp, his lack of a plan B when his plan A wasn't really fully working. But again, one of the hallmarks of any great team is when it's not going well, can you grind out? When you look at that match against Watford, they got the goal that was needed and they made it happen. And again, with all the pressure on Anfield, the crowd getting frustrated, they got the goals, they got the win, they trusted their football and they came in through. So yeah, man, I mean, I just think that's for Klopp. Get some defenders, maybe a really strong central midfielder, give Mane some drugs so he doesn't get injured. And I think Liverpool, for me, they can't win the league. I think that's impossible. I think they cannot compete with Chelsea or Man City next season. But as far as the Champions League, you look at what Monaco did. If Liverpool gets the right players, I feel they can really, really, really make an impact in the Champions League. As for Arsenal,